days in Turkey, while the status of Ramadan feast Eve, which falls on July 16th this year, as a holiday remains unclear. All public and private employees are off duty during the feast, although street
they don't
sellers,
change
shops,
any
and a number
picture.
of businesses remain at work, as people tend to
Sorry.
shop more to buy gifts for their family, friends, and relatives. Most Muslims have
So
fasted
they
during
explain
Ramadan, eating
Ramadan
only
feast.
between sunset.
I don't show you. Okay, Ramadan feast. This is very famous for Turkey. And also we are going to continue for their culture. And special culture is they are very much emphasized on friendship, even if new friend. And the second paragraph you can have, I try to read this. Turkish people love to meet new friends and think nothing of spending a half a day talking to a complete stranger while putting the world to rights. It means any kind of sort of talking. They try to spend a half day with unknown people, and they are also men only. As a woman, position is not high, so men position is men's club, sort of society itself men's club. And recently, Erdogan encouraged women for involvement for men's society, but still, women is literacy is low, still low, and they are not very educated. Is in the past, but recently drastically changing. Still, they have as women position is low, and they men relationships they very much emphasize on the trust each other. Okay, you're going to have a look at the 1 minute. This is what the Turkish people compare with American people. What's going on?
Positioned between the continents of Asia and Europe, Turkey has long been a cultural and political crossroads. Its landscape and civilization are both unique and resilient. Here are 10 things Turkish people do better than Americans. Number 10. Reuse buildings. A prime example is the glorious 1400-year-old Hagia Sophia. It was built as a cathedral, converted to a mosque, and is now enjoyed as a museum. Americans don't have such a long and storied history to consider and tend to put up new buildings. Number 9. Hot air ballooning. Sure, there's a lot of it going on in many locations across the U.S. In Turkey, what makes the hot air ballooning unique is the landscape. In a town called Cappadocia, while you are soaring above ground, you can't help but admire the beauty of rock formations down on the surface. These are home to underground cities dating back to the 5th century. Not surprisingly, it's often rated the world's best location for a hot air balloon ride. Number 8. Tea tradition. Tea is more than a beverage in Turkey. It's part of the social fabric of the society. While coffee or soda may be a beverage of choice for many in the U.S., for folks in Turkey, Turkish tea rules the land. Sipping it while conversing with family and friends is a cherished tradition. Number 7. Avoid gun violence. In a ranking of developed countries based on United Nations gun-related murder rates, Turkey came in 3rd, with the U.S. in 1st. In a different data compilation, the U.S. came in 1st on both guns per capita and total firearm deaths. Number 6. Full-service steam baths. Known as hammams, they often include extras such as being buffed, lathered, and massaged.
Like very friendly steam roller.
While in the U.S. it's customary to follow such services by quickly being on one's way, in Turkey, people can stick around and relax as long as they'd like. Number 5. Breakfast. Pop-Tarts, stale bagels, and microwave breakfast sandwiches get the job done, but they really don't satisfy quite like a Turkish morning meal. Among the most popular menu items is an egg dish made with seasoned dry beef and sausage. Number 4. Expand the residences of the powerful. U.S. presidents may get to decorate the White House here and there, but that's about it. Ottoman sultans who lived in the Topkapi Palace got to add on entire wings, halls, and gardens.
This is the largest.
Do you know the Erdogan lives in the palace? His palace has 1,000 rooms. That is one of the reasons Erdogan is criticized. 1,000 rooms is like French Louvre Palace. Unbelievable, right? Okay. So another is social culture. Social culture is they are talking about person-to-person relationship, and I don't know Turkish word, but this is first line. Hoş geldiniz, and hoş bulduk is means in the Turkey welcome, and hoş bulduk is response of welcome. So this sort of greetings is they are very popular for every people, and social gathering is a Turkish person is there try to invite the party, and they try to more closer communication relationship and very well respect for each other. And I can't believe that the last sentences say if you invite customer you need to send something small piece of gold from jewelry shop you buy and give it them, or some cases money. And wrapping present will not going to be not recommended. What is life really like in Turkey? What was this? I can't remember what was this. But I don't know how much money, how much gold. Very small item, I believe, not so expensive.
A natural bridge connecting Europe and Asia, Turkey grounds its historical roots in both countries. However, today, Turkey generally doesn't identify as either. Instead, it exists in a unique blend of its own. So what's life really like in Turkey? Turkey has been a secular country since 1923, but for decades there's been a complex understanding of this identity. Though other religions, such as Judaism and Christianity, are practiced within the country, an overwhelming majority of Turkey identifies as Muslim, and the ezan, or call to prayer, is still heard 5 times a day. However, in keeping with their secular identity, wearing hijabs in public institutions was banned. Well, that is until recently. The lifting of the ban has further blurred the lines between state and religion. But outside religion, today Turkey tries to maintain a relaxing, slow-paced lifestyle, and people are very generous with their time. You'll often find Turks, young and old, smoking nargile, a Turkish water pipe, playing backgammon, and sipping tea. Sure, Turkey is known for its Turkish coffee, but tea is actually the beverage of choice for most Turks, and it's typically served with every meal. And time isn't a constraint for children either. There's no concept of a bedtime in Turkey. You'll find many children up with their families until midnight, sometimes even later. Impressively, this doesn't stop children from waking up and going to school in the morning. Turkey's education system consists of 4 years each of elementary, middle school, and high school. Each school's curriculum typically...
It means Turkey is a very moderate country, and